My name is Ed Smith. I live in Springville, Pennsylvania. I'm into classic cars and hot rods and antiques. And I think it all started maybe back when I was 17 years old. I had a shop teacher who had a 1923 Star, very rare car. And he let me go home with him one weekend and help him tinker on it. And his wife made us lunch, and I think it stayed in my blood the rest of my life. Here I am, 63 years old. I have two cars, and I can't get away from them. Thank God my wife doesn't mind it. Spend a lot of time in the garage, but you spend a lot of time at car shows, and it's fun. This car's a 1930 Model A Ford. I picked it up 6 years ago, just like it is. And somebody once said something that I really think is true. Nobody ever owns these cars. You just become a temporary steward of it. It's your turn. Well, this is my turn. I clean it, I fix it, I keep it running. It's hasn't been restored, it's pretty stock. It even has mouse holes in the seat. Well, when people sit in it, they go, gee, I love that smell. And I go, that took 81 years to get it there. I can't change the interior. I don't know, I like it just the way it is. It's like all hobbies, I guess. It gets in your blood and you gotta do it, that's all. But I've heard of the Steamtown A's, and I think that's a wonderful club. I'm contemplating joining it myself, I have to admit. Nice bunch of people. I've met them many times going to car shows. We have another car also we take around. So I've got like 25 years of doing car shows and parades. But they're a nice bunch of people. I know Ford's been doing this for many, many years, I understand, here at Gateway Ford. And we have to all thank them for that. Gives everybody in town a chance to do this, see this, and experience it, including us guys. Another chance to take them out of the garage.
My name is Santa Nedzwicki, and this car is owned by my husband and myself. It's been in the family for many years. It belonged to his uncle Inky, and it has recently been restored by Coventry Restoration in Swearsville, West Wyoming area. We're anxious to have it on the road and join the club with all of the runs that they go on from time to time throughout the year. And Wayne Tribal Peace has been a wonderful inspiration to us as far as getting the car on the road, and we are so appreciative to all the folks who welcomed us into the club.
Frank Avery from Beach Lake, Pennsylvania, and I bought my car about 6 years ago in Florida. I brought it back. I had to put a new motor in it because the other motor had blown up. But I picked up a little 4-cylinder Chevy motor and put that in with a 5-speed transmission. So now instead of doing 35 mile an hour, I can do 60 and 65, and it's real good on gas, handles good, and it's been a real joy for the last, I'll say 6 years, but I've put a lot of work into it.
Pat Greco, and this is my 31 Model A convertible car. I restored it from the bottom all the way through. And I love the car, and I love where I belong to this club, and I love all the Model A guys around.
I'm Bob Davis. I got a 30 Model A pickup. My grandfather had a garage, and prior to having his own garage, he worked on vehicles from the 20s on up, mostly Fords and Dodges. As a kid, I remember being at his garage and pumping gas from him at 8 years old, and a Model A rolled in. Of course, it was a street rod, and I couldn't understand why he was so upset. And about 2 weeks later, a Model A two-door came in. It was all original, and he went to explain to me why he was so upset, that he liked the original vehicles. And so I'm on the fence. I do like street rods, but I do like original vehicles. I started out looking for a Model A coupe. I've been looking for quite some time, and went to a farm auction, and no intentions of buying anything, just looking around, and lo and behold, there's a Model A pickup truck, and my son and I looked at it, and I took him home because it was going to be a considerable amount of time of waiting for the auctioneer to get to the truck. And on the way home, I guess he was driving my wife crazy, wanting to make sure we got the vehicle. But she was explaining to him that it was an auction, that it's not a guarantee. It's not like going to Target and buying something. You have to bid against someone else. And I got the truck, brought it home, and ever since we've been having a great time. Ironically enough, I went to sign the title over, get the title transferred, and lo and behold, it belonged to a club member a few years before. So it's been interesting. Older restoration, there's a lot of scratch and dents in it, but we like it that way. We have a lot of fun just going anywhere. I haul the recycling to the recycling center in it. I just have a lot of fun, and it's just really neat.
Hi, my name is Don Anderson. My wife Susan, who's off camera, is the co-owner of this car. It's a 1931 Ford 5-window coupe. We bought it last summer, and despite the fact that I've been working on Model A's for several years, this was our first purchase. The previous owner owned the car for 55 years, so when I bought it, I felt quite privileged to be able to buy it. I recently took it home where I grew up and took my sister for a ride, and she said, well, how do you like the car? And I said, I really like it a lot. She said, well, you should. And I said, why? And she said, well, it's exactly like the car that Mom and Dad brought you home from the hospital in the year 1945. So this is a normal little survivor. This car has never been apart. It's been repaired a couple times and had some alterations, but most of it is just pure stock 1931. It's a driver. It's not a show car. It's not a trailer queen. But we have a tremendous amount of fun as a family with the car. And as many Model A's are here, there are no two alike. They all have their individual personality and their individual accessories and so forth. When I saw this car for the first time, I started calling it Kermit, which did not meet family approval. So we put the name up for grabs in the neighborhood, and the neighbors came up with the name Lily, which seems like a better name for the car. But it's a lot of fun to be around these cars. They're very dependable, 80-year-old cars, still on the road, still driving, and just a tremendous amount of fun, and I guess a tribute to American ingenuity and the four-wheel love of the road.